works well enough, you know?
Sure.
Anyways.
As long as you're confident with it.
So, new game. Saturn, Pluto. Oh yeah, Mercury. Now I remember. But yeah, Mercury, yeah, the dynamic between those two, from what I remember, is pretty fun.
Right.
But I do think I kind of want to switch it up from the little bit that I played of it.
Hello, Sasquatchulus.
Hey, welcome. And start off as Lunaterra for this run. I should do Pluto? Let's see. Kratos Grace's ultimate weapon pilot. Even if Earth has given up on a new life for humanity in space, Kratos Grace's hasn't, and Pluto will make that dream come true. Likes, succulents, good girls, crushing, both kinds, everyone. Dislikes, is trying very hard not to have any, for sure. Oh, I'm sorry your day hasn't been going that good, Sasquatchulus.
Sending hearts.
I saw you mention in the Discord that you had not too pleasant an experience with your chat last night over on your stream. Yeah, sure. I'll give Pluto a shot.
All right. Can we turn it down just a skosh?
Yes, I can. In fact, I think I might need to turn it down in OBS just a little bit.
Oh, for sure.
Because I saw it go up quite a bit. Okay.
All right.
So, hold on. Do you want to be Dr. Nyx and I'll be Pluto?
Sure. Should we read the synopsis or?
I tried scrolling up and it doesn't really let me. Yeah.
Oh no. Well, read what we have.
I think it's just like placeholder text, more or less.
Okay. With perfect access to the realization of the highest ideals, with perfect access to the acceptance of the deepest depths, the solar system maps the human body. The solar system maps culture. In the center is the sun.
Damn.
Which is
sorry.
synthesis. When the physical bodies of the solar system become our home, our ship through the universe, our body, their names will be given again. From the names of Arak, such as Hades, to the name of a part of us and ourselves, such as Pluto. You are the sun. Through you, humans will possess their true body. As you were once born, through us, we too wish.
Alright.
All
Dr.
right.
Nyx.
Pluto.
Hi, Doctor.
I lost you for a moment there. Are you okay?
I'm fine, Doctor.
This is the first interference of its kind. This is the first interface of its kind. If there is anything unusual about it, that will be hard to tell. Because by definition, it is very unusual.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear about the loss on your end of things, Squatulus. That's really rough. I'm sorry.
Sorry to hear about that, love.
Yeah. Haha. I'll let you know if it feels especially unusual next.
Good. Let me know if something categorically impossible happens.
Like what?
If your sync got so deep that your thoughts were being dumped into the OS code directly, for example?
Ah. If that happens, I'll let you know.
Are you ready to begin?
I've been ready for a long time.
Begin activation test. Macula firmware loading. Dual tidal reactor syncing. Welcome to Kratos Grace's bootloader. OYOYC1, version 56669123. Oh why can't I?
Huh.
Bootlegging gravitational reactor. Done. Hyperdensity established. Done. Beginning resonance test. You should feel lightheadedness. And wait. Wait until you're comfortable before diving in.
Correct action, correct thought, correct belief, existing without fault, existing without ever harming the universe. To be the execution of what is right and good, the power over distance is also the power to harm. Harm by thinking, harm by breathing, harm by loving, harm by touching, harm by culture, harm by boundaries, harm by idealism, harm by depression, harm by infinity. Let us talk of harm by infinity. If the ninth planet in the solar system is not a planet, it is because it represents the point at which humans cross over into that which they are not. A phenomenon that is itself existentially threatening, regardless of how or if that phenomenon manifests. That is the sea of possibility itself. All hopes and fears will...
Huh? Oh, sorry.
Dialogue.
Pluto, how was the response?
I'm doing great. Nothing weird. Like a computer, I accept it. All data, I accept it. All wishes, I accept them. I'm an infinite engine. I'm a star. I know exactly how. Execute and accept.
System accepting and executing. Reactor cores perfect resonance. No margin of error.
Nyx, you can hear me, right?
Loud and clear, Pluto.
Is it working? You're not saying anything.
It's working perfectly. Flawless. On the first try. You really are the one who brings impossible things.
You're thinking too hard about it, Doctor. I can't do things like that.
Be a little more generous to yourself. But it's also your right not to be. Pilot core link. Done. Do you feel centered?
Yes.
Do you feel the phantom presence of the ship's limbs? This is normal.
Yes.
Do you feel the presence of other bodies or other people nearby? This is normal.
Yes.
Do you feel as if other nearby people or bodies may also be your own body? This is normal. Sorry, this is not normal. You don't want that.
How would I know the difference?
Fair. Do you feel like a god yet?
Not really.
There's no need to be modest. Prep for launch.
It hasn't been that long since we all started fighting, but everything really did go just how I imagined it. Even holding the controls of the machine everyone's so scared of, just like this, doesn't feel like butterflies or dread. It just feels like the only thing that could have happened. You know how hard they worked because they were so scared you wouldn't be finished before the end. I never doubted it. I'm not so special that they couldn't make something scary enough for me to be its pilot.
Humans are culture, and culture is gravity. A ship's self is a skin, but a ship's self is also a heart. The plastic and metal chassis, insulated against hard vacuum, is necessary to not die. The tidal reactor, which generates the gravity and culture necessary to keep humans solid and real so far from Earth, is necessary to live. The dual tidal reactor resonance system installed in the Krum macula, then, might be capable of a sort of birth. The Krum macula was completed on the inert pseudo-planet Hades, on the boundary between the solar system ruled by human gravity and that which isn't. When the system is activated, cosmic dust emanating from between the ship's self's palms is crushed in the friction of the competing forces of the Krum macula's dual tidal reactors, reading sentences, and ignites in the birth of a tiny star. Ooh. Its start. An anchor of gravity and culture for humans to begin colonizing the stars, the seed of possibility, and just as easily, the seed of the inversion of possibility. Stars go supernova and become black holes, where the information of life culture is deleted. But they aren't afraid of Krum macula as much as they are afraid of Pluto. Her own tidal forces destroyed the first 17 prototypes. It's the girl with the love to be the mother of stars they're afraid of.
Don't build me up like that. I'm not that special. But I am that scary. I'm used to it. The only thing I just can't get over is how unfair it all feels. Knowing how bad this could get, how wrong it could go, and it's still happening anyway.
The Krum macula is bigger than other ship selves in terms of its objective gravitational impression on space-time.
Yeah, I'm feeling everything at once. But I'm feeling big too. Feeling so big. I can feel it. Far and away. The sword of the real, Mea Crucium, come to cut our dreams down. And the toxin of the inverse, string of pearls, come to turn the earth inside out. They're incredible girls, I can tell. But now Cradle's Graces has the power to fight back and keep space our home forever. I know I'm meant to do this. I've been trained my whole life to be the one in a million who can pilot this. I know I want to do this. Space is the only place where everyone can be happy. Even if almost no one believes it, I want to keep it safe. I know what I need to do. I know what I need to do. I know what I need to do. Now I just have to do it. That's nothing compared to what it took to learn how. My body, my mind, my soul, they're all in order. I just have to do it.
It's January 1st, 1980, and the long and cold war where humanity united against the nemesis, an existential threat from beyond the stars, has been over for a long time.
Oh god, not Nemesis.
Here we go. Since the
had to
50s,
already deal
we have
with
been
them
fighting a
yesterday.
war against the existential threat that we cannot understand, cannot perceive, and is powerless against the technology of Earth. That is a pretty stupid sort of war to fight, isn't it? When there's enough of a mess down here to worry about. Real mood. Humanity is already the undisputed authority of reality, and we have the physics to prove it. It's time to return to Earth, our home, the seat of the universe. Before Earth takes us back in pieces, let's go home with grace. On the first anniversary of the decommissioning of the International Space Program, we, Memorial Foundation Native Sphere Existential Safety, in agreement with our home planet's unanimous decision, declare there is no future for humanity in space. Let's come home. The Return Resolution, Memorial Foundation Native Sphere Existential Safety. It's January 1st.
Do you want to switch off on these?
Oh, sure, yeah, go ahead.
It's January 1st, 1981. It's been 1 year since we declared independence from Memorial Foundation and the rest of Earth. The Cold War is officially over. And it feels so light, without the gravity weighing us down. How can a tiny handful of colonies, terraformers, and schools hold out against the full authority of Earth? Because that shit doesn't fly past escape velocity. To power the ship selves we made to fight the Cold War, we made tidal resonators to bring the gravity necessary for humans and culture to survive in space. And that gravity is ours now. Enough to make a new world, free from the weight of Earth. If Memorial Foundation wants to kill the future, they'll have to come and take it from us. And we're thankful for our Cradle's Graces, but we're not coming back. Independence Declaration, Cradle's Graces.
It's January 25th, 1981.
I apologize for the last guy that was talking. He seemed to be a little bit...
That guy,
seemed to be a little bit serious.
went a little ham. Memorial Foundation and Cradle's Graces have been having fun for a little over a year, and nothing is breaking the stalemate. Earth is getting impatient. They have good reason to believe that the existential threat posed by the divided humanity in space is much greater than any theoretically malevolent entity outside of Native Sphere. While the kids are fighting, Earth is getting ready to list the humans remaining in space as part of the existential threat. And when they do, they'll send real weapons and end this war fought with plastic toys. Their justification? We are technically less than 100% human, just not human enough to be something else. It's hard to believe that they're really onto us. It's time to make a drastic move. Bring our final piece. The prototype ship self. Bring the final piece,
You
the
got
prototype
this.
ship self string of pearls that we made in the atmosphere of the planet Coronis, which will never be Saturn, to the lunar gravity well, where Memorial Foundation and Cradle's Graces are already headed. Whoever controls that place controls human access to space. We can be sure everything will be in place there. Earth or space, we are just short of 100% human. So let's see how much less than 100% we can get. Internal report, Celestial Mechanics.
I'm gonna
Day 1!
I'm gonna do one last little tweak down the audio because it still seems like it's pretty
Yeah,
loud.
it's booming a bit.
At least in our headphones it is. Alright, mission select. Let's see here. So
So,
first we got some emails we can read through. What is going on with this one? So, subject, who is this? Origin, ambient title information. Author, a love story. I don't know who I'm sending this to, but I think about you all the time. In the back of my mind, I know a lot about you. Does that mean you know about me? Or are you just glowing brightly in a way that I don't understand? Is anyone else seeing this? Do you get messages like this all the time? Are you aware of how much you loom in the heart of someone you haven't met? What am I expecting? I don't even know. This is really awkward. Sorry for doing this. Must be really hard. No, I can't really know that. This is delusional of me. I'm going to make it stop because if I don't, I'm going to come to hate you. Because I'm already so frustrated I'm nothing like you. I need to understand why I tear myself apart thinking of you. I'm not going to send this. I don't know how to send this, and I hope you never read it.
whoops. Then fell asleep
Womp
on
womp.
the send button.
Yeah, pretty much. Alright, and this one would be you.
Subject. Unacceptable. Cradle's Grace's Formation Archives. Executive Director Dr. Nix. The funding is being cut again. They aren't getting the results they want. They think it's indulgent. They don't care about how the kids feel. It warms their hearts to see them. Yeah, it warms their hearts to see them grow. I'm so sorry, you guys. They don't care about how the kids feel. It warms their hearts to see them grow, unimpeded by the gravity of Earth, but also it disturbs them. They love our beautiful, furry, glittering children. But when we talk about bringing Earth's children here, they look away. The children of space are not bound by the same laws of gravity, and do as they like with their bodies and souls. You have insisted that they can endure the gravitational forces of Earth. But have you considered that their tidal forces do not wish to accommodate them? They will be smoothed back again or broken. At the very least, they will never stop trying to destroy them. We have created magnificent, delicate creatures, and Earth wants them back for what? To crush them again under their own tidal forces?
Also, Alpha, yes, we are still before the first mission, and we are playing as Pluto this time around. I guess you want to be Mars.
I still can't believe it.
Let's see. Mars, Generation 2 pilot, first class, DMs open for fight requests.
Fight me. I felt that from here.
Yeah? What was it like?
It was incredible. For a moment, I felt like I was right next to you. It was even stronger than all the times that you tested the prototypes. Stronger than one time when they let you fight before.
It's amazing. I've been training so long, I never knew how different it would feel to have my own perfectly suited, just for me, ship self. I'm gonna be extra mad at all of you for how long you left me behind.
Is it really safe, though?
Mars. Don't start. I'll get mad.
It's just more powerful than anything that's ever been developed. I don't like that Dr. Nix is making you do something untested all by yourself. No one person should have to do all the things that your unit is expected to do.
But I'm strong enough to do it, right? Powerful enough to stop Earth from taking us back. Strong enough to stop celestial mechanics from bringing the existential threat back. I can do it, right?
I mean, of course you can. No one else could. But that doesn't mean you should do it alone.
I'm not alone. I've got you.
Aw.
And everyone else. We're all together. That's what we wanted, isn't it? I'm not locked up in a lab anymore. Aren't you happy for me?
I'm happy for you.
Are you really, really happy for me?
I'm super happy for you. I really am.
Are you scared of me now?
No way. Never. You're not something to be afraid of.
Oh, but that's wrong.
But it's wrong!
You should be scared. I'm incredible. Jeez. So, let's see. So we got a couple missions to
Mars
select
will
from.
fuck a person up.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, in the strange gravity of the abandoned Daphnis lab, Saturn lies in wait for the looming threat of Pluto's mysterious ship. But what are they after, and will they get it? Or we have retrograde and retrograde. Chasing after the string of pearls, Lunaterra and Pluto find each other instead. It's been almost a year since they last saw each other, and Lunaterra has never seen Pluto like this. Are you ready to spin backwards? I want to see what's up with this one.
All right.
Mars, are you okay? You look like someone punched you in the face. What happened?
Someone punched me in the face.
It's been so long since you got in a fight with the flight crew. It feels a little nostalgic.
I'm fine, by the way.
People who start fights don't get sympathy.
They started it when they wouldn't let me fly.
And who threw the first punch?
That part doesn't matter. If they don't let me go, then you'll have to fight that traitor all by yourself.
Huh? Oh, yeah, sorry.
Shit.
Oh? Why didn't I feel it earlier? Of course she's here.
It wasn't that I wasn't going to tell you. Memorial Foundation also knows about the prototype, and they sent their ace to get it.
No, yeah, I agree, Alpha. Like, Mars has some pretty heavy, like, shonen mecha hero energy.
Memorial Foundation also knows about the prototype, and they sent their ace to get it.
No, I understand. You were so excited you just had to run out and see her, huh?
You got that right. Run out and punch that traitor Lunaterra in the face as hard as I can.
It's the cycle of punches. Aww.
Circle of punch. She's the worst. After pretending that she was going to fight for the colonies, even after Earth abandoned us and demanded we come home, she double-crossed us. We were going to do this together. I've missed punching that insufferably smug face for a year. It's finally time to show her that we're not going to forgive her for betraying us at the worst moment, leaving us alone, barely able to keep fighting as Cradle's Graces. But it's not like we ever needed her, and...
I know. I miss her too.
Are you not listening to me?
I've been listening to the two of you say the same things about each other for a really long time, and it doesn't sound any different.
Why don't you just bone it out and get it over with? It is nothing like it was before. I'm not playing games.
When we were in the academy, you were always chasing after her. You'd swing the first punch and she'd laugh, and you two would fight. And then you'd make out, and then you'd do it all over again. I miss that so much. But if you go after her, it'll happen just like that all over again.
Stop talking about me like I'm that predictable. It's different now. All you can predict about me is that I have dyslexia.
Orders are orders for a reason, you know.
I'm still not okay with it. They're making you use that terrifying machine. It's way too dangerous.
I'm sorry, I really am. But Mars, if it makes you feel any better,
What? You're breaking up.
I can't wait to fight her. I love her, understand her, and forgive her. But I'm still mad. How come both of you got to have all the fun? Who wants to stay home while you two get to fight and make out? You don't know how scary this machine is, Mars. And it's so much less scary than me. I don't want you to see me like that. But I really, really want Lunaterra to see.
Pluto, you cut out for a second there. What did you say?
I said tough luck. It's my chance to shine now. Like waking up underwater to the wet burn of your lungs' desperation for air. Like floating untethered in space, unable to move under your own power. Losing the security of gravity is like being naked in space. Gravity is necessary for human life in space. Gravity is necessary for unrestricted movement in space. Can't have one without the other. The force that binds your existence together, the force to shape foreign bodies, pure agency. Gravity is necessary not just to live in space, but to be human in space. But being human is a little harder for Pluto, so she has to work for it. The tidal forces of her spacefaring body, the Kron macula, are as strong as she believes and as weak as she feels. And Lunaterra needs to make sure all the calculations are in order. Everything in her ship operates manually. She's just been at it long enough that it feels like a second skin. The jolt of nostalgia interrupts Lunaterra's mental math. She forgets to carry the one. It interrupts Pluto's focus, and she has a moment where she's not invincible. Close enough to touch the surface of the moon lab, Lunaterra is seen and known by Pluto, and they are suddenly falling down the well of too late and nothing you can do.
I knew it.
Not giving a different voice to Lunaterra.
I need to find another voice.
Think Stone Butch lesbian.
Give me like an anime character to base that off of.
Shit. Oh, I mean, Alpha says that works.
Alright. I'll be a little bit more reserved, I guess.
Yeah.
Alright. I knew it.
It's important to get a grip. Knowing that there's nothing you can do is something Pluto considers freeing, and Lunaterra considers exciting. Feeling doomed is clear permission to do whatever. As soon as Maricrucium is through the cloud cover, she fires solid light into the remains of the Celestial Mechanics lab and chases it through the wound. The lab was recently damaged by the illegal launch of a hijacked ship, but that damage is barely noticeable compared to the massive hole left by a much, much larger ship crashing through. Lunaterra acts fast under pressure. If there's no point in hiding, there's no point in stopping. It's true Lunaterra is living on the whim of Kron Macula, which can't probably do whatever to her at any time. If she can't run away, she wants to make the first move. It's the sort of thing that makes a lot of sense if you think about it, and no sense at all if you think a little more. But that's Lunaterra, isn't it? She's betting you'll think too much, or not enough. Against Pluto, is that really such a good idea? She's someone who always thinks just enough, which makes it easy for Lunaterra to slip through deep into the lab until it gets quiet except for the sounds of the moon quaking and trembling. After almost a year, the dread and the thrill is way too much to slow down and start talking. That's what the arrow flying into Pluto's gravity well is saying. Who will make the first move?
When Lunaterra punctures the last armor layer and opens up the terminal cavern, light spills out, and screaming sound, because the Kron macula is peeling the lab, and most of the moon inside out, with the forces of its own tides. Jesus. It's not something that's just like, shit. It's not something that's impossible or anything. It's just something that's only possible in theory, which is still terrifying. More terrifying. And more terrifying than that power is Pluto's finesse. And more terrifying than the finesse is her gentleness. Spooling matter like threads in the tiny galaxy of which she is the sun. Her power is very kind, but it's also a little perverse. What meaning does mercy have from something that can core out a moon? Kron macula's developer compared it to a black hole. They wanted a machine so powerful and absolute, even light couldn't escape it.
Jesus.
Lunaterra understands now that was wrong. She's a star, gushing out, twinkling with matter and light. Who wouldn't be swept up in that? The Maricrucium is so small. Pluto has never seen it from a perspective like Kron macula before. She's never imagined it would look so fragile from here, like a toy version of the fierce fighter she remembered. Pluto's sense of scale is true. Lunaterra feels just like a plastic toy, too.
Come on, say something. It's making me sad.
It really does fit you. So much more than I ever thought.
Is it hard to look away? Being able to render you speechless is the power I've always dreamed of. What do you think? I know just a look won't change your mind, but I want you to tell me.
Tell you what? That I regret betraying you? I told you then that I always would.
No, I won't let you do that, Lunati. Did you think I'd be mad? I mean, of course I'm mad at you, but not for anything you did to me. I wouldn't ever be mad at you for not having enough faith in me to see through Cradle's Grace's dream of a new home for humans in space. I'm just mad at you for not having enough faith in yourself to see it through. And leaving all the work to me. Oops. I guess that is why I'm a little upset with you. Not mad, you know.
Just disappointed.
I can't believe I'm still the one scolding you like a kid.
I'm trying to be the grown-up, you know. I did the responsible thing. I took the realistic option. I'm here to play the part of the boring adult, the grown-up villain.
Oh, that's right. I remembered why I'm actually mad at you. You better not go down quietly. You better really believe what you just said. I'll forgive you if you left us for something stupid, but I'll never forgive you if you left us for something you don't believe in. And you better not believe in it, because I also won't forgive you for fighting for a future that cruel.
That doesn't leave me a lot of options. I don't think I can fight against that.
Don't you dare. I won't forgive that either. Were you hoping maybe that wouldn't be like this? That I wouldn't have to fight?
It'll change you. In ways you don't understand.
I've seen you fight so many times. I saw when you got that scar and your poor ship got her wound. Has anyone else seen that side of you as much as me?
I don't think so. Not even Europa. But it's different when you're on the other side.
You think I don't really know you? Because I've never stared down the barrel of your rifle or felt that knife nick my ship?
It's a different kind of knowing.
Teach me then. Or I'll teach you. Let's see. Pluto learns a lesson, or... Oh wait, Outcome favors Memorial Foundation. Outcome favors Cradle's Graces.
We should favor Cradle's Graces.
Yeah? You feeling
Yeah.
that? Okay. Cradle's Graces advances.
As soon as Pluto blinks, that's the moment Mars Chrysium attacks. Mare Chrysium attacks, pardon me. A little out of
Here.
fear, mostly out of awe. It's a confused move, the first move, which is so unlike her. So unlike her, that it nearly takes Croon Macula by surprise. All matter parts along the vectors of inertia that Pluto has set, but these bullets stubbornly curve, bury into her, flank and sting with a sharp and subtle gravity of their own.
Ow. That kinda stings, Lunati. Stop doing things like that.
Lunaterra is crushed instantly and she's dead. No, Lunaterra dodged at the last second. No, the Mare Chrysium is torn apart from every joint. No, Lunaterra is... No! Lunaterra is safe at home. She never left. No, Lunaterra hasn't moved, and it's only because she can't bring herself to. Lunaterra is feeling ghosts of the space-time that Pluto has cut off. Escape routes she rushed for, but didn't exist.
But don't exist.
Lunaterra is trying to think of something to say. She really is, but it's impossible, because Croon Macula is the size of the universe. Her sleeping nebula grows with the promise to swallow up the space station and Lunaterra and the whole solar system.
That's not the way, Lunati. You have to come for me like you really mean it, or that's what's gonna happen.
Yes. The Mare Chrysium's engines spin to no response. Lunaterra's mind is racing, but there's no thought she can hold on to. Except how disappointed and sad Pluto is.
If you give me just one moment, you'll pass my event horizon and you'll never escape. Always getting closer, but never getting there. Falling forever.
Hot.
If you don't figure out how to unstick yourself, I might leave you there. Remember for next time, okay? Don't keep breaking my heart.
The Mercurium plummets. The Mercurium plummets, and the Crum Macula rises up, exciting the moon like a shooting star, tearing the lab up into space with her.
Day 2. Okay, I actually really need to use the bathroom.
You go ahead. I won't move too far ahead without you.
So just look through like the emails right now.
For sure. Boop. All right. Subject regarding Mecha 2, Crum Macula. Origin, ship self, development documentation, author, operations decommission, chair, Europa. It was commissioned before it had a pilot, before the technology for piloting had been developed, before the technology for its workings had been developed. I think we recognized that the construction was an act of faith. Nix's directive was to create the sort of self that we wished to see. I think, of course, that was the moment that this was clear to me that Nix was fighting for what she believed humans could be, but not who humans were. I think at the time I didn't understand the difference, or what Nix might not consider important because of her tendency to think this way. Many of her functions of the Crum Macula have not been invented yet. It is limitlessly expandable. I have, of course, requested for it to be decommissioned, but I believe ultimately you'll want to scrap it. If this committee has indeed found nothing in space worth salvaging, I would have to wonder about the committee's intentions and their curiosity toward this last fragment. The end result of the Crum Macula's functions are indistinguishable from Nix's dream, so there's no briefing I can provide that will be more comprehensive than the ones you've received from Nix herself. I can only speculate on which she has or has not been able to implement successfully, and terrifying as the Crum Macula is, the pilot, Dr. Nix, has found for it is more... Sorry.
Where you at?
Terrifying as the Crum Macula is, the pilot, Dr. Nix, has found for it is more terrifying by far. They might find a way to make it more even yet. I'm at the bottom.
Ah.
My throat is, like, already giving out.
Oh, God. I could try to handle the majority of the reading if
Okay.
it's getting pretty rough for you.
For sure. If you could do, like, the narration and
Yeah,
continue on
I'll
Pluto,
handle
I'll
it.
just do other characters and whatnot.
Okay. Yeah, give
Yeah.
yourself
my,
a moment, hon.
Sure. Yeah, I am still not used to recording all week.
Yeah. Like I said, I have the advantage of having worked in a call center for like the last 6 months and being able to manage my voice. Let us begin with imagining an inert theoretical mass of matter, equivalent physically in all ways to the third body in the solar system,
Gonna have some
a theoretical planet Terra, absent of human culture. How would we model the physical properties of such a planet where Jungian, Newtonian models do not apply? The soft science of celestial mechanics is not purely a thought exercise, but an inquiry into what, if any, default physical properties would exist in the universe without the influence of culture. Because of its potential application in space colonization, for its use in modeling the physics of foreign celestial bodies, and the utility of the concept of Terra in the philosophical hard sciences for more precisely defining Earth as the lands of human dominion rather than a specific physical body, celestial mechanics has been integrated as a branch of contemporary metacultural general relativity. Jung like Carl Jung. Yeah, I realized after it left my mouth that I mispronounced it. What would it be like to imagine a world in which humans have one-to-one dominion over a real phenomenon? In such a world, give some pause between words. In such a world, we might think of gravity in multiple senses, since the agency of humanity over each of other mentally, spiritually, and culturally would not be the same as physically. The conversion of matter into energy and energy into culture and culture back to matter again is complicated by distortions caused by culture's ability to arbitrarily set conversion parameters. This is caused not because of power of human gravity, but actually by its weakness and incompleteness. In a theoretical universe in which humanity has full dominion over the physical universe, the influence of culture would be a one-to-one constant. Why are you falling asleep in my class, young lady? Why?
My eyes are just defocusing because of the staring at the screen for the most part.
For sure.
I'm still here.
One-to-one constant, and the physical universe would abide by inflexible fundamental laws. In such a world, we would have to separate fields of study that involve metaphors from ones that describe worldly phenomenon, because our world would be objectively determined. While humans would be able to disagree and defy each other, they would ascribe to an inflexible perfect system as decided by humanity. TLDR in the world, physics changed with human observation and culture. Let's go into the comms.
I'm gonna come in a lot less ham for this.
No, yeah, like don't
I wish you
exert
didn't
yourself.
have to do this.
But I love chatting with you, especially about your latest sordid affairs.
Well, thanks. Wait, that's not what I meant. And sorted?
Dramatic, tempestuous, explosive,
No.
problematic,
No.
tumultuous.
That's sexier. That's still bad.
I mean, how would you describe them?
Not like that. Intense or something. The last one was really good until the end.
Should I be more generous?
Well, it'd be nice.
But you're not very good at relationships.
Kill me.
It's kind of cute. You love people so much that you forget about them completely.
Your honesty really hurts sometimes, you know?
You fall for glittering, faraway girls, but what you really need is someone who doesn't put up with you. There's gotta be someone somewhere who won't let you get away with anything. I believe in you.
I'm trying to save the world. I don't really have time for this.
Coffee maker process completed.
Nice.
Just notice that in the corner there. But you're not too busy to keep flirting.
Pluto, God.
Sorry, baby. No mercy for you.
Ugh.
It's out of love. One day you're going to be as good at treating girls as you are at piloting.
Don't twist the knife.
Sorry.
It's fine. I know I'm not great at it. Hey. You did that thing again.
What thing?
You know that thing. Where you change the topic. And I forget what I wanted to talk to you about. So you don't have to answer. Except I have chat log and I can scroll back and see.
Hold on. What was it? Get on their touchpad. Thank you. Oh, okay. It's sweet you wish I didn't have to fight. No, I didn't want to.
Controller mouse. See, you do remember. You remember better than I do.
But why don't we leave it at that?
Why?
Because there's nothing we can do about it.
We could find a way. I don't want you to do this if you don't have to.
Chat?
No, I mean fight. You just did it again.
And ghosted. Let's see. Data log?
Your line chat got muted now, doo-dah.
System. Save game.
Good idea.
There's from the first time I tried playing this game.
Oh yeah, we tried to start getting into it, but then just like a bunch of like other
Shit
stuff
happened.
piled up. Yeah.
Yeah. Life happened.
Yeah.
Mission.
That was when the stuff went down, I guess.
I mean, it was still in the first apartment, so I don't know if
Oh.
it's so much that stuff happened.
Well,
It's-
maybe just like more work and.
I got basically to the end. Oh, geez.
Oh yeah.
Is it like... So is it like basically each playthrough is about as short as We Know the Devil is?
That was a fun one too. I enjoyed that.
It's really good. So...
And I managed to
let's-
get the right ending.
Yeah, you did. Were we doing the math on that, or
I
did
think
you
we
just
were kind of
happen-
keeping an eye on it.
Oh, okay, for sure.
We wanted to see what would happen if we kept it all perfectly balanced and. Oh. Pluto, why are you suiting up? The Celestial Mechanics Lab was wrecked and the prototype escaped. We should be heading back to the inner solar system.
She's still here.
Who?
Some incredibly ridiculous, utterly impossible, dangerously devious brat.
Irresponsible. And I'm not who you're talking about, right?
Oops. Don't be silly. You're not devious at all.
Then who? Also, hey.
They're being very tricky, so I can't quite tell, but I have rough coordinates. They slip between the cracks of the universe, play fast and loose with the laws of physics, staying hidden and out of sight, but being really smug about it. They're a fuckboy. I think they're showing off. So it couldn't be anyone but the pilot of Celestial Mechanics prototype, right?
Why? That's stupid. What sort of.
Oh, sorry.
Why would.
So-
Why?
Hold on, I can data log.
Thank you.
Yeah. I just need to use the mouse.
Let's bring it back, bring it back. Why? That's stupid. What sort of pilot would be that irresponsible with a prototype? Okay, go ahead.
Hey Mars, when you were in the academy, how many prototype units did you wreck?
Let's not talk about that now.
I'm just teasing, Mars. You're much better behaved now.
If the intel is true, their prototype is really powerful, even against you.
I know. I might not be able to stop her.
This location is the experimental lab. It was shut down right before Earth canceled the space program. I don't like this place, Pluto. It's like they shut down... Oh, it's like they shut down Daphne's lab and converted it into the perfect site for an ambush.
Hi, dog.
Hi, dog. We got a dog at the door.
Really? It's too much for me?
Well,
It's stronger than the fleet I destroyed?
I mean... I'm not saying you're not strong enough. But a stealth mission against a secret weapon is different. No one knows what Celestial Mechanics is planning, but it's always awful. It's definitely a trap. This mission to the outer planets is only to destroy Celestial Mechanics labs and prevent Memorial Foundation from recovering the prototype.
Mars, if you keep trying to protect me, I'll get mad.
But I'm...
Let me have the tiniest bit of fun.
But...
I'll be fine. After all, I have a lot of experience correcting unruly show-offs who act out for attention. Daphnis, the tiny Daphnis, the tiny shepherd moon, so small it barely earns the name, tumbles through the Keller Gap, ruffling the rings of the planet it orbits. It houses the last official laboratory of Earth's decommissioned space program, training ground of failures like Saturn and special girls like Pluto. Saturn remembers it feeling cramped, anxious, and scary. No, wait. Pluto remembers it that way. Saturn remembers when it used to feel so special to be chosen, a candidate for the last generation of pilots. But didn't Pluto feel that way too? Sometimes two things are true. In this place, gravity is quietly degenerating and distances are becoming ambiguous, between past and present, between me and you. The Daphnis lab seems smaller to Saturn now, though not as tiny as it feels to Pluto, and that's obvious. No longer people-sized, she tears through it like worms in an apple. But there is a much bigger worm here, And she doesn't know anymore if this was a good idea, or what was a good idea. Saturn doesn't have any ideas. She's just trying to hide, even though there's no place where you can not be felt by me.
Other tidal residents, IFF confirms enemy. Warning. Gravitational hazard. Danger. Bishop seems safe range.
I know it's extremely exciting. Stop making me so nervous. Supermassive. Small enough to hide in this complex, but with a dual reactor denser than the entire moon compressed into the head of a pin. An hour ago, and Saturn felt the gravitational pull of something so big and so close and so powerful the interior of her cockpit creaked with the pressure, and her head, heart, and eyes welled up with tears. Something that couldn't be anyone other than Pluto. Cool. She must be pretty big, huh? So why is she so hard to find? Saturn has no idea. Why do I have a feeling someone's laughing at me? No one is laughing at Saturn. The lab's been abandoned for years. But Pluto, wherever she is, giggles. Not in a mean way. She really does think it's cute. I haven't thought about Pluto in a long time. Oh man, it would be really funny if she was in that monster. Well, now someone is laughing at Saturn. Hey, now I know someone's here. I can feel you listening, but I can hear you too. And I can catch you. You're not the only one who could fuck with the narrative. Let's see. So, do we want to do narrow escape, outcome favors celestial mechanics, or mutually assured destruction, outcome favors Cradle's graces?
Let's try to keep it balanced. I want to see
Yeah.
what that'll do.
For sure.
I wanted to see what would happen.
Oh no! Nair piped in at like the
no.
last moment. It's easiest to not get caught if you don't care about catching anything. It's just about knowing there isn't a difference. And focusing deeper. And focusing deeper. The real celestial mechanics, the interactions of bodies in space via the forces of gravity, the weight of mass and culture, explained by the story behind them. That's just science. With your own gravity, reach out and pull. Good girl. You know just what to do. Do you like what you caught? The Krone Macula towers over Saturn. Pluto's ship is so big it barely fits in the lab complex, but it's only a speck compared to how big it feels. Massive enough to wrap local space-time, humming and vibrating with nebula dust, and absolutely effortlessly gentle. Without Pluto's most delicate touch, the Krone Macula would have destroyed Saturn and the whole complex without even trying. How much do you trust it? I knew you'd be right behind me or something. If you did, how come you're not facing this way? I'm an idiot, I guess? You've come a long way just to be an idiot. You must know exactly what this ship can do, right? Did you come to fight me on purpose? That's really brave and really cute. If you can touch me, I can touch you. So I'm not getting close. You came all this way not even to fight. Oh, that's not cute at all. But it is smart. Hey, don't underestimate me. I'm scary.
Don't look at me so hard, Jay.
You think? Maybe I believe you. Cute things can also be scary. But I'm curious now. I was worried you were going to waste your chance, smug in your new machine, but you're pretty clever. Do you want to take over Saturn? I can kind of feel it getting to my throat too.
Sure. You want to talk without fighting?
If you're good. Otherwise, I'll bite. Come on, click.
So, what did you want to talk about? As Cradle's Grace's glittering psychic death machine, you definitely have more important things to do than go out of your way to bully me for no reason, right?
Oh yeah, water went down the wrong pipe. That's all I want to talk to you about.
Like waking up underwater.
Oh, that's right. That man and the fleet are escaping, aren't they?
Hope you don't mind falling for this trap.
Trap? You? Silly. I know you're more important than that.
More than catching the rest of the Celestial Mechanics fleet?
I knew this would be fun, and you know it too.
I am absolutely delighted about you doing that, just to be clear, so you don't have to read my mind to roast me about it.
I can't read minds. You know that's not how it works. Click the... Why isn't the mouse thing clicking? But I also don't need to know that. But I did want to know how the biggest overachievement of my juniors turned into such a bad girl.
If you really remembered me, you'd remember I wasn't ever good.
Oh, I do remember you. Even if you're not that good at being bad, do you know what you're doing? With that machine that's so dangerous we don't even want to find out what it does?
I think you answered your own question about why I'm keeping it.
Click.
Are you gonna stop me then? But you don't want to. Hey, stop. Don't pry into me. If you're pitying me, I'll make you regret it. Not all of us come out perfect like you. Some of us get thrown out before they see any use at all.
I won't pity you. I really would have torn this machine apart. But now that I'm here, gifted little mutant to gifted little mutant, I can't bear to. Because some of us just haven't been thrown out yet. Lab-grown girls like us should stick together.
Lab-grownsies!
Hey!
Hey! Pinky swear. I might still make you regret it.
Winning isn't my most important task. It's not yours either.
Are you sure about that?
You're not who I'm worried about. It's only your boss I can't forgive.
Oh, I love hearing that. Tell me more. I'm getting a crush already. Regretting it now?
Don't worry. There's nothing you can make me regret. Alright. Ever since the day Mars began, Mars has been doomed.
Mars, they called it.
No, there will never be a planet Mars. There's a name reserved for places where human life, gravity, and culture reign. This is just bitter Ares, but like the stringy and inedible weeds that grow when nothing else does, Cradle's Graces is dug in, and we can't get them out. The colonies are wrecked, the terraforming engines are broken, the gravity furnaces are out of control, the faucets are all leaking, the
pipes are making noise in this house.
The colonies are wrecked. Oh, I already said that. There's no resources left.
Did I mention the colonies are wrecked?
There's no resources left on this planet. No
Get wrecked,
strategic
colonies. Sorry, go ahead.
This planet doesn't even exist. It is an inert rock. There's no point in fighting. There's no need to fight. Ship selves can't keep you alive alone forever. And even if that was the case, we could leave tomorrow and claim victory. Most of the Memorial Foundation NSCS fleet already did. That's why there's barely any of us left, and why we can't get them out. What? Why don't I go home too? And leave all those idiots to just fucking die on a rock? Who do you think we're doing this for? External communication sent on August 31st, 1978 by Memorial Foundation troops. Hey, it's not like we're idiots. We know we're doomed. This planet still doesn't fulfill the requirements for human life. Life is just a start anyway. Don't you know that gravity is something more important? You do understand celestial mechanics, right? Matter is made of tiny particles, but enough of it exerts gravity that stitches the universe together. Culture is made of tiny humans, enough of it together can decide what's real and what isn't. It is really quite fucked up that this is how decisions about humans get made. Enough humans can decide anything, and then it will be true, even about what's human and what's not. They don't even have to wait for the deadline. They've already decided that any human without their feet planted on the earth is in fact not a human. And that's a pretty usual thing for humans to do. No differences of any kind need to exist. We'll just be aliens, and then they'll send the real military after us and we'll die. But if we just hold the line here for our princess to get through and make it to the moon, she'll open up the gravity well, and then we get to decide. Internal communication sent on January 21st, 1981, by Cradle's Grace's Irregulars.
Charlie, I'm the universe man. I get on stage and I just start eating the galaxies.
I'm Galactus, Charlie. I'm gonna retweet a couple things here,
Okay,
and then I'll continue reading.
for sure. It's morning on Ares, but what time in space? If we can get our capital ship launched and refueled, and the prototype retrofitted with the final equipment, we'll have everything in place. Keep out of the canyons of Mars, where Cradle's Graces and Memorial Foundation are bickering. Hold the city ruins against invading troops, and make sure no one tries to set the oxygen ocean on fire while we refuel. It's a pretty thankless job, but I can't wait to see what happens. This is the most exciting space that has ever been. Yeah, this is the most exciting space has ever been before we got here. This was a dead rock, but the best we could have ever hoped for was Earth, in a different place. Who needs that? Far in the distance, the moon's galaxy well shines. If no one controls it before the deadline is up, Earth will take drastic steps to ensure that humanity is not divided. What they're afraid of happening, we will ensure that it happens. We'll finally have something alien in space. Private communication sent on January 26, 1981 by a celestial mechanics researcher.
Good rattle off of that sentence. You do good work, hon.
Why, thank you.
Day 3. All missions on Chronosphere orbit completed. Maiden flight and testing of Krun Macula is done. I'm heading back to Ares, of course. It's the home of Cradle's Graces, after all. We have to finish up the last touches on Krun Macula and prepare for the last battle on Earth's moon. Celestial mechanics will regroup and refuel there, and maybe we can nip them in the bud. The Memorial Foundation has been fighting us there since the conflict began. Maybe this is the time we can push them back. Send a message to everyone. Time to come home. So we can be ready for the journey. Ready for the launch. Alright.
Okay, then.
So, we got Celestial Mechanics are at 25%, Cradle's Grace is at 12. Let's pop on in here. Are you scared?
Yeah. You?
Yeah, but I'm excited too. I'm looking forward to what we could be.
Hey, Pluto. How can you be sure?
Sure about what?
Sure about anything? Everything is so frustrating, pointless, doomed. No matter how hard I fight, it stays that way. Real mood. So how can you be sure it's not going to be that way someday?
You're the person I want to ask that. Because you fight every day like you're not thinking about those things.
What's that supposed to mean? I've gotta fight. That's what we have to. Of course, I still think about those things, even when I'm fighting.
Sorry, Mars. Of course you do.
Everyone has doubts like that.
Even me, then, right?
But it doesn't feel like you do. I mean, you make it seem like everything's going to be alright.
Again.
This is just our dynamic.
Kind of. It kind of is a little bit.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hey.
I guess I'm the mommy GF.
Step on my throat.
Later.
Okay.
But you just do what you have to, even without worrying about it. without even worrying about whether it's right or not, or if it will come to anything or not. You're a genius, you know? You're smarter than me.
That's not true. I just have to stop thinking if I want to just do whatever it is that needs doing. I put myself on pause, don't you?
Maybe that's why I'm still so scared.
I'm gonna use the restroom while you catch up on the lore.
Yeah, sure.
I'll be right back.
Okay, well, so the very first thing you need to know about pilot interfacing is that it's the most important part of piloting. You don't really have to know any of this stuff, but since you asked, I'll give you the basic rundown. There are actually a few ways it's useful to know, even if it's basically just to explain why no one can do anything to stop you because of the completely unfair bullshit you have. Any given ship self may have a variety of prescribed functions, you know. That's called the machine's intent. It's not that the machine has consciousness, even if it seems like it does. That's just projection and an inaccurate metaphor. Even if you're using a made-to-order ship for you alone, or customizing it for that purpose, you still have to bring your intentions in line with the crafts. That's what interfacing really means. That's why interfacing is the most important part of piloting, and why basically the only thing the R&D crews do is find better ways to reduce the lag. Oof. This is a long one. The fearful power of it is evident, so much so that I hesitate to even criticize it. It is the nature of the tyrant theory that it is fed by all things, including attempts to dismantle it. It can simply assimilate those theories and absolve itself of potential guilt and rhetorical weakness by assuming new forms, because it has no inherent premise that is not fungible by the impulse that to make all else part of it. That was the sentence. Far from expanding to incorporate diverse and contradictory ideas into itself, the theory would remove alternate quantum states until finding a solution that would incorporate perfectly in line with a unified culture theory. This is a necessary and inherent step because in order to prevent any given feature of such a theoretical culture to be subject to eversion, the gravitational pull of the culture must be so great that no information about it can escape. As the theory accumulates culture, through culture mass energy conversion, its gravity would steadily begin to grow, and its energy decrease until it began to continuously collapse into a single coordinate, and no distinguishing information would be able to escape. The interplay of variant states is necessary for culture to create and change, and this unified field culture would be unable to do so. It would only be able to do I forgot how to read. Jesus. It would only be able to assimilate and devour. Such a theory would not redefine hierarchy, but enshrine it forever, far from compassionate future for humanity. It would necessitate the complete removal of human variance. All humanity and all existence would revolve around a singularity of the unified field culture, the tyrant theory, a white void, a single conqueror thought at the center of the universe. Can you grab me some more water?
Yes, I can.
I need the liquids.
Yes.
I need the liquids. Douglas, I need liquids. Fluids. How's everyone doing today, anyways? I know the fluids. Give my voice a little bit of a break. You know, I might be used to talking a lot from work, but this is my first week of treating this whole endeavor and channel like essentially a full-time job, and I could definitely feel it a bit in my voice. Like I'm glad that today is technically my Friday at this point. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I'm gonna be mute this weekend. I am super not used to this.
All right. So, who do we want to go after? Do we want to go after Satyr or Lunar? I none of those for the actual name, Saturn or Lunar.
Oh, Saturn lunar. What about uh let's do
I want to go after Lunaterra.
Okay.
Let's see here.
If I can remember what voice I put on.
I feel like it was just kind of your general speaking voice, but with a little bit more attitude.
For sure. Just pull it back down here.
Kinda.
Yeah. Recalibrating. How's the stability? Remember to keep the left side balanced.
It's fine, Mars. You don't have to fuss so much.
There's just no reason to take a test flight without escorts. Especially with Memorial Foundation patrolling the area.
Ugh, Mars! They really could be doing anything at all more useful. The ship doesn't need protection from anything, even if we're exposing the cores for testing. And you know I hate being treated like a princess.
But you are important, and your ship is too. It's not fussy and annoying to be looking out.
It is annoying. I'll be annoyed by whatever I want. Stop being jealous. I'm not looking for an excuse to bump into Luna T.
I never said that.
Not looking to bump into Pusha T. He's gonna do that one verse from Runaway, and it's gonna be one of the best rap verses.
Oh, I was thinking of Booker T. He's gonna straight up head slam you into the ground. Listen to Dr. Nix for once, even if you won't listen to me. Look, I'm not escorting you. You win, okay? But please, just be careful. I know you think I treat you like glass, but I really... What's so funny? Why are you laughing?
Sorry. It's just so hard for me to stay mad when you're such a dork. And you care so much. Even if you're non-apologizing and still want so bad to be a knight in shining armor. You're the only one I could still be such a petulant kid in front of. Instead of the princess everyone loves.
Pluto. Wait, you're just being a brat for fun? I'm mad now.
Everyone else gets to be, especially you.
Dick, stop making fun of me.
Remember when in the academy, when people asked you where I was, they'd say, "Hey Mars, where's your..."
Okay, yes. Launch permission cleared. You are cleared for takeoff.
Let's see. Fight until we forgive each other. Make up and forget. So do we want to, since we've already kind of like fucked up not going Cradle's Graces all the way, do we want to start balancing it out a little bit?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Never forgotten, every story told. The balance shifts because Lunaterra didn't hesitate, and neither did Pluto. Fourth planet from the sun, Ares, romantic red planet. It was the first planet the space colonization program wanted to make ours, and they wanted it to be so beautiful. Did they get their wish? It was a beautiful dream, but still a dream. By the time Earth had demanded the space program pull back, they were stuck, still halfway there after so many years. Yet, getting halfway there got them something beautiful, even if it wasn't enough. Where life grows, and it doesn't grow most places. It's in a spring yellow-green that never could quite get to summer. Tenacious weeds spread all over the planet that will never be called Mars, and even then they can barely breathe. Only stubbornness keeps life on Ares, and they would not even be able to endure if Cradle's Graces didn't patiently tend to them. They spew pollen uselessly into the air, and between them, the too thin atmosphere breathing, where it's possible, is hard. The fate of the fourth planet from the sun, even prettier now and just as useless to humans. Pluto has flown past the canyons she's concealed in 3 times already. It's been a perfect shot every time. At noon, even with the sun shining At noon, even with the sun shining directly on her, the flowers and weeds and their pollen keep her hidden. Should Lunaterra squeeze the trigger or not? And what else is Lunaterra supposed to do? How can she dare to take that shot with Pluto looking so beautiful? How can she not? Why is she trembling like that? Does she know? No. Lunaterra realizes she's the one trembling. If you can stop me, I'll believe in you. I'll give up on everything. But I know you trust me too much. Pluto said that. She might even be saying it right now, knowing that Lunaterra has the perfect shot. If you're not sure if you're right, I'll be the one to test it. I believe we can have a home in space, and there's no way to bring that back to Earth. You believe we can bring home back... I can't talk. You believe we can bring home to Earth, and there's no way to have it in space. I believe in us. We'll figure it out. Yet, it's impossible for Lunaterra to look at Pluto and the Chronmacula, big as a universe, and think it's better for her to not have that. For Lunaterra to keep thinking, I'm freeing her for something terrible and bringing her home. So Lunaterra fires. Before she has a chance to decide whether or not to fire, she pulls the trigger, without considering or having a chance to choose one way or the other. Her body seizes the opportunity, makes a decision for her, the one they agreed to, without doubt. Lunaterra will betray herself every time. Pluto's exposed left tidal reactor shudders and shakes. Oh, I should have seen that coming, shouldn't I? The resulting tidal evidence will be catastrophic unless she shuts both reactors off and reboots instantly. She does, of course, and worries about the ship and the whole world and Luna T and doesn't hesitate, even though that's clearly the plan. And the minutes she'll take rebooting will have her plunging into the ground and maybe too damaged to power back on. And so Lunaterra dashes to catch her before that. Again, Lunaterra is the last to know. She's doing it before she decided if she could do it or not. A coward who cannot commit at heart at least commits to not committing, without thinking about how contradictory or ridiculous it is. Pluto's comms are off, so she doesn't have to yell at Lunaterra about why this is stupid or how she needs to grow up, or do anything but fall and be secretly happy she's still charmingly stupid. Committing. The Mercurium looks very funny, trying to catch a ship this much bigger than her. Her engines flare, strain, start to break from trying to slow the fall. Her wound bleeds freely. A tattered, tangled mess, falling down too hard, crumples in the weeds of Ares, nestles at the cat butt. Don't you patronize me with your shoulder pats. No, damn it.
I'm patting her shoulder.
Crumples in the weeds of Ares, nestles at the canyon bottom. It may not be a livable planet. God, let me try that sentence again. It may not be a livable planet, but it's a soft one. It's hard to breathe for very long, but it feels nice to lie in, ship or body. Sometimes it feels like nothing could be worth giving up a ship, but this isn't so bad. Luna T. Luna T, are you awake?
Yeah, everything hurts a lot.
I gave you some painkillers. Do you need any more?
I can't fly on them.
You're not gonna fly without them either, Luna T. Your engines are melted.
Oh, right. I thought I did something stupid, but I couldn't remember what it was.
Oh shit.
Oh no!
No! Oh, how'd I accidentally open up Chrome?
Oh no!
What the fuck?
We're having a moment.
No.
There we go.
Anyways.
Oh right, I thought I did something stupid, but I couldn't remember what it was. It was a breathtaking... Oh, sorry, that's you.
It was a breathtaking sequence of poor decisions. When I said I wouldn't be satisfied or forgive you until I fought you on Ares, I meant when I kicked your butt. Kicking your own butt doesn't count.
As usual. Sorry. Do you want me to move?
Why? Do you want to get up?
Waking up with my head on your lap feels like you're rewarding me for shooting you down. You can be mad if you want.
That's one thing. This is another. There's just nothing else to do with you. You did the right thing, or tried to. And then you did the right thing again, or tried to. You wanted to do the best thing for you and me, but you couldn't decide what it was. There's nothing I can say to that, and it's already done, so just lie there already. I might not get another chance, you know?
You can hold so much. I'm in awe every time. You're the size of the universe. You see everything and everyone, and you hold all of it. Everything's precious. Everything's worthy of you.
I'm not. I can't. I'm small. I'm small and scared. Smaller and more scared than you. Don't say I'm not.
Okay. I won't. Oh, sorry.
Never again.
I'm sorry.
I'm so small.
I'm so small. Oh, my little toe beans. I'm sorry. You're small. You're just you, after all.
You have to mean it.
You're huge to me, okay?
That's okay. I should be. I hear everyone and I can't ignore it. Feels like I'll die if I do. It hurts too bad. I listen to your voice more than any other. Your heart is more important to me. Isn't that proof I'm selfish too? But I'm going to fight with everything I have for those voices, even against you. Hey baby, your meat is huge, I swear.
Big meat energy.
Big mommy meat. Hold on, I have to find the fucking...
Are you pulling up a meme?
I'm pulling up a certain video. You know which one it is.
I'll know when I hear it. Humor Jay for a moment, everyone.
There it is. Turn the volume all the way up on this.
In America, some people want small mommy GF with small Milky. But we need to make sure the tent is big enough for the mommy GF with biggie Milky and penis. My god, I need this.
Anyways. Just gonna not... I don't know what the context of that is. I imagine there's some weird copy-paste. You're welcome. You're welcome, Nair. I did that. I did that for chat. I just know that no matter what, we're not going to get what we want. If I let myself slip, I'll trust in your future instead. I know we can't beat Memorial Foundation. So I can't afford to blame... Ah, shit. I can't blame it. Shit. Where is it? I missed the line. So I can't afford to blame you. I can't do anything if I can't trust you.
It's way easier to hate me. It's what normal people would do.
I love not giving you that satisfaction, Lunati. And you really should give up on me ever being satisfied with happiness just for me.
Sure. I know as well as you, there's no welcome waiting for us on Earth. I don't know if we will be happy there, but I couldn't live there without... Well, if you get a miracle, I won't fight that either. My heart isn't big, but if you ruin the Memorial Foundation, I'd forgive you. I mean, who wouldn't? I too want to be free of Earth. To be free of 9.8 MS2 forever.
I think that's gravity.
Righto.
Are you really sure? I think even that victory will be impossible even if we win it. That maybe you actually have more faith than me. I think we might not make a happier world.
But you can learn how to be happy anywhere, even Earth.
That's you.
On Earth, we were tied down by the weight of the world. I won't get back to that, even if I go back to Earth.
There are two ways to do that.
Make a home where we set the rules.
Or bring a new law of gravity back home.
If only all of us were as precious and powerful as a planet. But I can take the shape the world requires of me, if that's all we get.
That's not true. For you especially, it isn't true. You're the one who didn't let Earth's gravity choose your body. I wouldn't have been able to choose if you hadn't shown me. That's a victory they can't take back from us.
Rescue will be here soon.
You're almost a real adult, Lunity. I wish I was as close as you. Alright, so what's everything at? 25, 25. That means we're gonna be mommy to Saturn on this next one. I'm not gonna read all that out loud.
Everyone take this in for a moment.
Scout program was created to be fungible with various other religions or philosophies in response. Stop, can't measure the Memorial Foundation. Just as the alien is defined by that which is human, that humans are not. Fascinating logical paradox of much utility in research is the thought exercise. Imagine something that humans could not imagine. Right. And this is Mars here speaking.
I can feel my throat bleeding.
No, if that's the case, then we should stop.
Let's get through the lore anyway.
Okay.
Fine, okay, I know. I didn't get to the point, but I have to build up to it, okay? The contextualizing information is important, but okay, I will actually talk about it this time. Mechanical interface is how machines typically work. You're going to yell at me for not being clear if I don't say this, but if I say that's when you've got physical switches and buttons and steering devices and you move them with your hands, that doesn't actually really convey it, because you do those things in your ship self, but you don't use mechanical interfacing. So it actually matters that it is defined as exact mental instruction. It does exactly what you tell it. You can make anything you want to happen, but you have to give it exact instructions. There's the physical lag between yourself and the machine, but there's also the nuanced nature of giving the instructions. That's a really hard thing to do. Obviously, most people would prefer to move a machine on raw instinct, or like part of their body. I don't think many people actually get the best results from an interface like that. I'm gonna keep reading that wrong. Unless, yes, they're like our mutual ex. Hey, is that why you wanted to know?
Alright,
And with that, I think my throat is done for a couple days.
Okay,
We might have to call this early.
No, we definitely need to call this early. We're gonna, futz with the schedule. I feel like this week was more of a test run to see where our endurance lies on things. But let me just go through the comms here and then I'll save.
Alright.
Do you ever miss Lunaterra? What? No. In case you've forgotten, she betrayed us and went back to Memorial Foundation. I know you want her back because you're kind and forgiving, but I'm not, and I'll kick her butt if I ever see her again. But that's no different than how you two used to be. You two only fight less now. That's the part that's sad. She was always smug, always a know-it-all, and always one step ahead of us. The worst senior pilot, and she didn't teach me shit. Breakups really do turn all your memories sour, huh? That's... Shut up. Lunaterra is the only one I feel that way about. I know you pine after good girls way too much. I think dating bad people is good for you. If I have to go through that again, no thanks. The only thing I miss is the expression on her face after I got one up on her. Her smile, you mean? You miss it too. I do. I'm glad you can get nostalgic sometimes too. Do you miss the days of the Cold War, fighting against the existential threat too? It was scary in a different way. It was so easy I never had to think about it. Tearing through that ephemeral light that was only sort of there. It was scary because we didn't know what would happen or what it was. But we didn't need to know any of those answers, and we just got to fight forever. It was fun. Until I came along. What do you mean? If you think about it, it was me, wasn't it? Before they even finished the Chron Maculae, even in just the prototype. In my first provisional mission, I wiped out the enemy in the time it took to blink. And they haven't come back since. Before, it was fun for everyone. You were strong, but it was still hard. But there was no point in sending all of you out to protect Earth when it turned out the existential threat was so weak I could destroy it with the snap of a finger. That's reversing cause and effect. They just used that as an excuse to stop caring about colonization. Even if it was never a threat to our existence, they didn't have to give up on everything. It's not your fault. Okay, and with that, we are going to save, in that one. Yes, overwrite that. And we are going to call it a stream at that. And we are going to rework our schedule so next week we don't kill ourselves.
Yay.
Anyways, thank y'all for tuning in for a bit of a shorter one today. Rip, yes.
Yeah.
Definitely a rip in this case. Take back to main menu. Yes. Yeah. Oh, thanks for tuning in, Serana. But yeah, thank y'all for tuning in. Yeah, we'll do our best. This is our weekend now, so we're gonna let our shit rest for a bit.
Yeah, we're still messing around with the schedule to figure out what works best for us. So that will be most often updated in the updates in our Discord and on our Twitter. We'll keep that all very
Yeah, we'll also
up-to-date.
update the splash screen for
Yeah.
the Twitch channel.
For sure.
But yeah, thank y'all for tuning in.
Thanks
Y'all
so much,
have
everyone.
Have a great weekend. Take care of yourselves.
Wish our throats luck.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.